Town. We're hearing private member statements. I call the member for Port Stephens.
Thank you, Mr Assistant Speaker. When dreams become reality, it's a special day indeed. And recently I had the enormous honour of sharing in such a special day with my community when I officially opened the new clubhouse of Hawke's Nest Bridge Club. This purpose-built facility is a beautiful community space for the residents of Hawke's Nest. But just as remarkable is the story of how this building came to be. Every group needs a home, and the Hawke's Nest Bridge Club struggled to find a permanent space to call home. The group began many years ago when members of the Hawke's Nest Golf Club were looking for another social activity to add to the golf club's repertoire. The Bridge Club began on 1 May 1995 with 40 members, and it was a quick success. The club was so successful that in coming years they outgrew their space at the golf club. The club's move to Tea Gardens RSL was initially successful, but renovations at the RSL saw them again on the move. The club found an ongoing home at the Grange Retirement Village, but it was not a permanent home. And with many club members not being Grange residents, there were always concerns about the future. It was this uncertainty that saw the club embark on a long journey, the end result of which was raising over $350,000 for the construction of their new clubhouse. After an enormous amount of hard work and many years, they now have a place to call home. The journey from a dream to construction was only possible due to the tenacious and coordinated approach of the Bridge Club, as well as the generosity of their members and the community. The club raised over $200,000 through donations, loans from members and fundraisers. I was very pleased to support this project with a Community Building Partnership grant in 2015. The grant money provided seed funding for the project, which has been leveraged to every last drop by this dedicated group. Through their efforts, the club was able to demonstrate their commitment to seeing through the project and negotiated a long-term lease on council-owned land for this new community space. While their building is officially temporary and can be deconstructed, there is no desire to see the building move anywhere anytime soon. With a total bill of over $368,000, with over half coming from private sources and the rest a mix of state, local and federal grants, as well as a 25-year loan from the Australian Bridge Federation, it's remarkable to see the dedication involved in bringing a clubhouse like this to fruition. I was honoured to be a part of the opening event, joining the club's patron and former New South Wales Governor, Rear Admiral Peter Sinclair, as well as the Mayor of Mid Coast Council, President of the Australian Bridge Federation, Bruce Neal, and other state and federal members of Parliament. Early on in the process, Bridge Club members described to me the game of bridge as like the social media of their generation. And I think that speaks volumes for what the game does and what it does for the community. As the Acting Shadow Minister for Ageing, it confirmed for me the importance of clubs and associations like the Bridge Club. And while the game itself provides cognitive stimulation for the players, just as important is the social element. I know that there are many close friendships in this group which have been formed over many years through the shared enjoyment of playing bridge. Warding off isolation is an important part of ageing well, and clubs which mix social enjoyment with stimulating activity are so important to supporting older communities. And this is so important in Tea Gardens and Hawke's Nest, which in the 2016 census was recognised as the oldest community in Australia. Had the census measured community spirit, the area may well have topped that list too. I want to acknowledge current President Glenn Conroy, Secretary Leslie Fowler and Treasurer Charlie Shutram, together with past President Trish Gratwick, who made the initial grant application, met with me and kept me updated all throughout their process. I also want to acknowledge founding club members Adrian Ryan, Beth Williams, Rex Dale, Dawn Dale, Shirley Pearson, Jean Ryan and Pauline Cole. A special mention must also go to Shez Rands, who is not only a talented artist but an amazing architect and a member of the Bridge Club, who has been an invaluable asset to the club throughout this whole process. The project is a terrific example of a community working together to deliver a new community asset which will benefit so many people. The club has a membership of over 100 members and it meets regularly throughout the week. The clubhouse has also been designed to support other community groups, with an AV system being installed for use by the local U3A club. Every homeowner knows the sense of confidence that having your own home provides, and that is just as true for organisations. The Hawks Nest Bridge Club has found their home, and I was delighted to share in the very special occasion of their clubhouse opening. I wish the club and all of its members every success in the future.
I'd like to thank the member for Port Stephens.